Welcome, welcome. My name is Emily Schickli, and I am honored that you've chosen to journey with me in this movement practice. We're going to combine together from a variety of different disciplines to help you drop into your body and get out of your head so you can step away from the stressors, from the to-dos, from the responsibilities of the day, and finally feel good, restored, rested, and energized. So if you're ready for all of that goodness and have some fun on your mat, go ahead and get ready. Take a deep breath in, exhale out. Let's get started.
Today we're going to focus on stretching our neck, shoulders, and back, and then we'll maybe end with a little bit of core depending on desires. Cool. So go ahead and find a seat. If it feels okay in your knees, you'll just kind of sit right on top of your heels. If you have sensitive knees and this feels uncomfortable to you, then what you'll want to do is just kind of find more of an upright position. So this just gives a little bit more support, or you can be kneeling. So 3 different versions for you. Take a big breath in, lift your arms up to the sky. Exhale, fold over your legs, find child's pose. So same thing, if you're kneeling, you'll actually just find puppy pose. So your seat will be elevated above your knees. So 2 different variations depending on what feels good in your body today. I'm going to start here with a couple of breaths. Arms out in front of you. See if you can imagine like someone's pulling your wrists. So you're feeling the stretch all the way along your back body, and then press your seat into your heels, bow your head, chin to chest. Big breath into your belly. Exhale out your mouth. Inhale into your belly. Exhale out your mouth. Good. Now bend at your elbows, clap your palms together, and then walk your elbows forwards, dipping your hands over your head, almost like a little dorsal fin. I call this shark pose. It's not an official pose. It was something I made up, but really helpful for your lats, the back of your body, the sides of your core, and your triceps. So again, take a big breath in, dip your chin towards your chest. Inhale, puff up out of your back body, grounding through your seat. Exhale, melt into your elbows. Inhale into your belly. Exhale, release your hands. Slowly stack your spine, chin to chest, rolling up back to your seat or your kneeling position. Shrug your shoulder blades down your back. Let's do a couple more of those shoulder rolls. So shrug your shoulder blades up to your ears. Exhale, down your back. Inhale, round forward up to your ears. Start to get your arms involved here. So I like to do these kind of like bat wing or butterfly wing openers here. And again, you can do this kneeling if you prefer. Use your breath here. So inhale on the reach up. Exhale on the ground down. Good. One more of those. Exhale, ending with your hands behind you. Interlace your fingers, shrug your shoulder blades down your back. You can keep your wrists away from each other as they are right now for me. Or if you want more, you can bring your palms to touch and squeeze your shoulder blades to touch. See if you can activate your core here. We have the tendency to just pop our rib cage out. See if you can kind of tuck your pelvis. You'll notice my booty is hanging out here. You want to tuck your pelvis under, squeezing your core, stack your rib cage. So now you'll feel your glutes turn on, your back turn on, opening up your chest. Ooh, big breath in, look up towards the sky. Exhale, shake it out, let it go. Nice, come to all fours, tabletop. Tuck one foot under, then the other. So you're finding your tabletop plank here. You can stay in this supported variation with your knees down. Or you want to start to activate your core, you can lift your hips up towards the sky. So we're just lifting up a little bit here into a bear plank. Just warming up our muscles so that we can stretch them again. Squeeze your belly in tight. 3, 2, 1, downward facing dog. Ooh. Take a big breath in, step your feet nice and wide here. So wide-legged downward facing dog, maybe at the edges of your mat. Your heels might come down to the floor, or they might be lifted up. If you can, bring your heels down to the floor by just walking your hands closer towards your feet. So that shifts the weight into your legs. If you need to, you can bend your knees slightly here, but you're gonna want that full support of your foot in a moment. Take a big breath in. Exhale, show your shoulder blades down your back. Bring your right hand to your left ankle in a twist. So we're just activating as we're twisting, releasing tension. Exhale, switch sides. Left hand to right foot. Little twist here, big breath in. Exhale, squeeze. And release. Continue your journey back towards your feet, walking your hands to meet them in a forward fold. You can tuck your wrists into your elbows now, breathing into your belly. Exhale out your mouth. If you're feeling tension in your hamstrings or in your low back, bend your knees deeply here. So that's going to release your low back, allow it to open. If you feel like you want to stretch your hamstrings more, you'll straighten them. So you can play around with this, maybe bending and straightening, feeling what happens in your body, what feels good. Take a big breath in here, pausing in whatever position feels the most supportive for you today. Exhale, release your hands to your mat. Inhale, bend your knees, slowly stack your spine, almost like you're an accordion, opening up. Show your shoulder blades down your back. Inhale, raise your arms to the sky. Reach your arms back behind you, interlace your fingers, but see if you can get the opposite thumb on top. This might feel a little bit awkward here for you, that's okay. Nice wide stance with your legs, again, both sides of the mat. Show your shoulder blades away, lift your heart up to the sky. So a little bit of a back bend. Again, see if you can tuck your pelvis under, engaging your core as you lift up out of your heart. Beautiful, big breath in. Exhale out. Now bring your chin to your chest, keeping your hands where they are. So you might start to feel a stretch all the way down your spine from the back of your head. We'll start to increase that by bringing right ear to right shoulder. Left ear swinging over to the left side. So it's a little bit of a neck roll with this extension in your back body. One more big breath in. Exhale, finish out your sides. Inhale, stack your spine up. Beautiful. Shake out your hands. Inhale, reach your hands up to the sky. Exhale, fold over your legs. Let's get some warmth into the body. Inhale, walk your hands out in front of you, stepping back into plank pose. Again, you can immediately modify, bringing your knees down. Up to you. We'll all move through a full sun salutation or chaturanga dandasana. So shift forward onto your tippy toes, bend your elbows at your sides, scoop your belly through, and let's all go into this variation. Cobra pose, belly on your mat. Even if you love up dog, I encourage you to start here. Really kind of a more healthy version for your back body, especially if you sit a lot. We tend to have a lot of tension in our lower back, and up dog can just really aggravate that. So find cobra pose, belly flat on your mat. Squeeze your elbows in, your shoulder blades down your back. Start to lift your heart forwards. Exhale, melt your forehead to your mat. You can stick with this variation, or if you want to add on, interlace your hands behind your back, squeezing your belly here, and float your torso. So now you don't have the support of your hands here. You want to keep your gaze down, activate your core, squeeze your belly button in and up. Hold here for 3, 2, 1, let it go. Flop your knees side to side, allowing your shins to follow. Nice little release for your low back. Beautiful, big breath in. Exhale, release your legs down. Bring your hands underneath you. Tuck your toes, find downward facing dog. Downward facing dog, shake out your head, nod your head yes, nod your head no. Exhale, go ahead and find tabletop. Again, we're gonna thread the needle. So inhale, reach your left arm up to the sky, almost like a big chest opener here. Exhale, tuck underneath your right. Big breath into your belly. Exhale out your mouth. Big breath into your belly. Exhale out your mouth. Beautiful, last one. Press into your right hand. Reverse the stretch, reaching all the way up. Noticing maybe how you're more open than you were before. Exhale, release. Inhale, reach your right arm up to the sky. Just noticing your extension, your range of motion. Then exhale, thread your needle. Releasing your right side of your head to the mat. Take a big breath in. Exhale out. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale out. Almost like you're wringing out your belly. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze. Beautiful. Press into your left hand. Slowly rotate, open it up. Exhale, let it go. Whew. Nice. Find downward facing dog again. Let's go into another sun salutation. So find your plank pose. That might be knees on your mat. I'll demo this version now. Shift forward onto your tippy toes. You can relax your feet down if you're on your knees. Exhale, bend your elbows halfway. Scoop your belly through using all 10 fingers to support you. Find cobra pose. If you want to move into up dog now, you may do so if you prefer. Finding cobra, squeeze your belly in. Exhale out. Option to go right into bow pose, interlacing your hands behind your back. Bhujangasana. Big breath in. Exhale out. If you want to add on, you can catch your feet. I'm going to stay here, listening to my body. Big breath in. Exhale, relax. Really nice. Take a big breath in. Bring your hands back to your shoulders. Tuck your toes. You can find child's pose for a few moments, just taking a big breath here. Maybe you find the shark fin variation we started with, where you relax your head into the mat. Just gonna check our time. How are we doing? Cool. All right. Take a big breath into your back body. Exhale out your mouth. When you're ready, shift forward to downward facing dog. Hips up, go up to the sky. Let's get into our legs a little bit here. Again, continuing with opening up our entire spine, stretching wherever we're feeling tension. So inhale, kick your right leg up to the sky. Exhale, squeeze your belly, slowly step it through. If you want to add on some more core work, you can even bring your knee to your elbow, do a couple of those little frog kicks, or you can just step through. Now, oftentimes when people do this, there's a little bit of an impingement here, range of motion, so you might have to pick up your ankle and move it up to your hands. If you have to do that, that's totally fine. You're good. So just go ahead and do what you need to do. You got your foot in line with your hands here. Big breath into your belly. Exhale, shift your hips back. Woo! You might not get your leg as straight as mine is right now. I do this every day because it's my favorite. You might actually hate it right now. Just listen to your body. So you might actually be closer to 90 still. But the goal here is you want to activate the hamstring. So you're going to be feeling a little bit of a stretch, even all the way from the base of your toes up around, snaking behind your leg here. Big breath in, rebend your knee. Now you might feel it in your left hip flexor, right in your groin. Exhale, straighten. One more of those. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Take a big breath here. Exhale. Come back to the bend. Lower your left knee down. Rise up. Kneeling lunge. Let's open up our heart. You might feel your muscles straining up as you lift up through your chest, the left side of your body. Inhale, reach your left arm up. Right hand to join, stabilize by squeezing your glutes, the most supportive part of you. Bend your elbows, open up to the sky. Big breath in. If you want to add on, you can go for that bind that we've been doing. You can stay here. Exhale, dive forwards, finding that kneeling lunge again. Sweep your leg back. If you want, you can go through vinyasa flow, chaturanga dandasana, shifting forward, bending down. Big breath in. Exhale back. Beautiful. Left leg up. Inhale to the sky. Exhale, step it through. Again, option to add on a little bit of extra core work if that's calling your name today, or you can pick it up and move it if you need that assist. Take a big breath in. Exhale, shift your weight back. Inhale, bend. We're starting to work your right hip flexor, then your left hamstring. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. 2 more. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Bend. Straighten. Pause here. Breathe into your belly. Exhale out your mouth. Rebend your knee, lower your right knee to the mat. Unhook your toes, squeeze your glutes and your core. Rise up, kneeling lunge. Take a big breath into your belly. Exhale, part your elbows, open up your chest. Big breath in. Exhale out. Again, option if you want to interlace. If you want to try a different variation, you can dip your chin towards your chest. So a little bit of a stretch here, and then maybe take one hand to the back of your head. Just adding a little bit of pressure, and switch. Exhale, release both hands to your mat. Swing your leg back. We're going to do a full sun salutation this time. So shift forward, bend your elbows, scoop your belly through, lift your heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, walk your hands back to your feet. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins. Exhale, flop it out, let it go. Inhale, bend your knees, slowly stack your spine. Arms float. Exhale, hands to your heart. Beautiful, one more, inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, walk your hands out to your plank pose. Let's do one more vinyasa here. Knees down or up, you choose. Shift forward, bend your elbows, scoop through cobra pose. Squeeze your belly, hold here. Option to lift your palms, maybe find bow pose. Exhale, melt to your mat. Beautiful. Let's stretch out our shoulders a little bit here. So extend your right arm out in front of you, or sorry, to the right of you. 90 degrees, palm facing down. Press into your left palm. Start to inch and roll your body over. So you're gonna twist. You can stomp your left foot behind you. Keep your head on your mat. Right leg relaxed. If this feels too intense for your body, you can keep your left leg stacked and just twist your shoulder. Make sure your hand is below your shoulder, but not all the way to your hip. So somewhere between. Big breath in. Exhale, flop back to your belly. Other side, so tucking in your right hand. If you're next to a wall like me, you might have to get a little creative. When you're ready, relax your head to your mat. Peel your body open, stomping your right foot behind you this time. You might be fully flat on the mat, or maybe you just have a toe for an anchor. Again, listen to your body. It's not about pain, right? It's about releasing tension. Big breath in. Exhale out. One more. Exhale, let it go. Beautiful. Relax back down onto your belly. Tuck your arms in. Go ahead and find child's pose once more. So finding your child's pose, take a big breath into your belly. Deep exhale out. One more big breath in. Exhale out your mouth. Beautiful. Slowly taking your time, stack yourself up to a seat. We'll move into camel pose. Now that we're super open after all of those cobras and bow poses. So option here, you can place your palms on your lower back so your fingers point down. This one is a little bit more supportive. Or you can go for a traditional variation, where you place your palms on your back and your fingers point up. So if your fingers are pointing up, you'll have this kind of hands on hips situation. If you have really tight wrists, this might be too uncomfortable. So oftentimes for our modern bodies, we can do fingers pointing down. Go ahead and find a kneeling position. So everybody's up on your knees. Again, fingers down or up, right on your low back, so right above your tailbone. Squeeze your elbows together, but shrug your shoulder blades down your ears. So nice long neck here. Squeeze your core, your belly. Take a big breath in. See if you can lift your heart up towards the sky and start to look up towards the ceiling. You can stay here. And then use your own understanding of your body, your sensations, to maybe dip back. So you're leaning back, using your thighs to catch you, to activate you. Maybe you're just in a little bit of a angled plank pose. If you want to open up your upper back here, you can puff up your chest even more. And if you're super flexible in your back body, you can tuck your toes and reach your hands all the way to your feet, creating a full open camel pose. My upper back has a lot of complaints, so I'm going to stay here in a slightly more supported version. Listen to yourself, listen to your body. If it becomes hard to swallow, don't worry, don't panic. Breathe into your belly. Exhale through your nose. One more big breath in. Exhale, counter pose, child's pose. Almost like the sigh after a long day. Find your child's pose. Rest your forehead on your mat if that's available to you. One more big breath in. And exhale. Go ahead and find a position on your back. So you can roll over into a seat. And if you want to add on some core work here, you're welcome to. Finding boat pose, so puffing up your chest, nice flat back, palms out in front of you. Maybe you lift your feet. You can also flop all the way down onto your back if you're done with this nonsense. If you're joining me here for some core work, you can add on, maybe you're rowing your boat, you're reaching for a little bit of some oblique work. Maybe you're staying still. We're here for 3, 2, 1, slowly lower. Once you arrive on your back, hug your knees into your chest. Feel free to sigh out your mouth. Tells your nervous system that you're safe, you're relaxed, you can return to rest. And then just start to wiggle. So use your intuition here. Maybe you wiggle a little bit on your back. And whenever it feels good, when you're ready for a twist, open up your palms like we did on our knees. Little goalpost arms. Flop your knees to your right. My back always cracks, I know you heard it. You can gaze in the opposite direction. See if you can bring your focus to your belly here. So expanding with your inhale, contracting and squeezing with your exhale. Almost like you can massage your organs. Take one more big breath. Exhale, slowly flop your legs to the other side. Maybe you need to scoot your seat. Gazing in the opposite direction. Big breath in. Exhale out your mouth. Couple deep breaths here. Exhale, release, come back to center. Hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a really big squeeze for showing up for yourself today. Thanking your body. And when you're ready, flop on out to Shavasana, our final resting pose. Arms by your sides, palms up. Or if you prefer, you can place them on your body for a little more grounding sensation. I'm just going to take a couple of deep breaths here. We won't be here for too long. Forgot to wear my watch today. So just breathe. Don't worry. Take a big breath in. Exhale out your mouth. Big breath into your belly. Exhale out your mouth. Now see if you can make your breath like an ocean wave. So inhale, puff your belly out in front of you, up to the sky. Now inhale, fill your chest up to your throat. Exhale out your mouth. So 3 patterns, almost like a wave. So inhale, belly, heart. Exhale. And feel free to make some sighing sounds, really helpful for your body. Big inhale. Exhale. Let's do 2 more of those wave breaths. Big inhale here. Exhale, sigh. Last one. Beautiful. Maybe reach your arms overhead for a little full body stretch, pointing your toes. Great to release tension in your core. Puff up your chest. Exhale, roll onto one side. So whichever side is calling your name, you can make a little pillow with your elbows, your biceps. I'm just pausing here. Just finding equilibrium. This is a really great pose for transitioning from work to rest, from rest to play. Just breathe in the different energies that you've activated in your body. Maybe in this space there's an intention that you have for the rest of your day or your evening. Feel free to bring that intention to mind. Maybe it's just to feel relaxed, feel centered, to feel peaceful. Maybe it's to get something done, whatever it is. Trust it. And when you're ready, you've solidified that intention. You can place one hand on the ground and gently, bringing the operative word, slide yourself up into a seat. Crossing your ankles. Place one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. I'm just going to close with one more big wave breath. So inhale into your belly, heart, exhale out your mouth. Beautiful. Namaste.